of the Ncaa. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the USC Trojans, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buckeyes will put total leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the move, it's Parker. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him... There he goes. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around, and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Caught in the backfield, it's Strachan. Oh, out of space. Pass to 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Makes the grab. It's Graham. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
And you really want your best player to be your quarterback, to be your leader, and he's been that all year long. Dude, he's in the top 10 passing in all of college football, and he's leading this team very much in the Heisman race. And guess what? You've got a chance to end the year strong, make a statement, and go out and be maybe the best player in all of college football.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
That's reeled in. It's Lewis. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Oh, he's got some space. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
He's looking to pass. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
To the air, it's Reed. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Release to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Parker. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice.
Breaks into the open.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
Line getting set on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Going for it all. Touchdown USC. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over.
He's on the loose. Electrifies the stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Finds his man. It's Jordan. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking left. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Look out, he's got room. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 325. To the air, it's Sayin. Grabbed in the middle, it's Miller. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
Line gets set, 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Lewis. Stumbled to the ground.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. They want to throw it. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. No good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Give to the back. Nice move to keep running. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Caught near the sticks. It's Tuggle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Dropping back, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
That one will find its way out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He leaves it with the back. Hits him with a stiff arm. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll give it to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. It's Ncaa. Steps away. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Using his legs, it's Parker. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
There he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Fires left. He's got an open man. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Straka. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Back to pass, it's Ncaa. Here's a heat. They get enough rush. rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Miller. And they swarm him under. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Trojans will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Handoff to the lone back. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. You got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback may change this route. They've softened them up with the run. Now to throw it. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Looking to the big tight end. Got a wide open receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. A little too aggressive with the hands there. Got him for the hold. It's 1st and 10. With the catch, it's Tuggle. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
And it's incomplete on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third-and-long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll down this just inside the 35-yard line. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Fighting off the defender. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And the Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
42 Spider.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The Buckeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. To the air on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking downfield, it's Reed. Caught over the middle, it's Strachan. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Wants to throw again. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's ball. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there. Huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it, and I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Quarterback making checks. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. The quick out. At the 35, he's loose. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. Doesn't matter who's guarding him, what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a 1st down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
Barges ahead. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Ncaa. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. right to work up top. Going deep. Makes the catch on the left. Touchdown, Trojans. They take the lead with the 6. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
Yeah, and there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Roberts. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. 4th down by 1 possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be huge for their confidence.
Good timing on the quick out. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And how about the year he's put together? I mean, he is in the top 10 in passing in college football, obviously. And obviously, we're talking about him for the Heisman, but just a guy you've been able to trust, a dynamic passer, throwing the football all over the yard. This is...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying play action. Pulls it in. It's Brake. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Takes the handoff. It's Briggs. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that would cause some...
Picked off, that's number 15 on the year.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we could put a few first downs together.
Got it inside the 10. The throw is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. A first down run in the red zone. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And it slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Ncaa. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And here's the third interception of the night. Looking for more room. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Get the ball back and put your offense in business. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. Got a man. It's ball. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game.
Trying to beat the D deep. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
This is hardly a surprise. After converting their first 2 fourth down attempts, they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Trying to take it back. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT. And
touchdown, USC! And the stomping has commenced. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Ncaa. Completes it in the middle. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. And that's why this guy's in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for about...
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go